Let's start with the morning prayer, half a minute prayer. Thank you, friends. Good morning, Raman.
Morning, Bhaiya.
Okay, let's start this wonderful morning with a wonderful smile, feeling good.
Yeah.
Yes, we have been sanctioned one more day. So our Thanksgiving can start with that. Yes, I have been sanctioned one more day. So let me give my best to this day. So it's like living life by a day. That will be a wonderful thing. So let me start with yesterday I shared in the group a little hint about what I will be talking today to start with. I asked you to, I don't know whether any one of you have seen that.
Yes.
I said, find out what is your talent.
Talent.
Did you read that?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
you read that about
Yes.
talent?
Yes.
Yeah, so I want to start with that beautiful quote. It says, your talent is God's gift to you. Your talent is God's gift to you. And I hope you could have done some thinking and contemplation over what could be the God-given talent to you. And then quote continues, I start again, your talent is God's gift to you. How you use it is your gift to God.
Yes.
Your talent is God's gift to you. How you use it is your gift to God. I don't know, Rama, can you tell me what did you get the answer for that?
Bhaiya,
Your voice is not clear. Can you unmute? Yeah.
sorry. Bhaiya, God sends every person on this earth with a...
No, I'm not talking about every person here now, Rama. I'm talking about Rama. Yes, my idea was that you find it out. What is that talent which God has given you?
I think that God has sent me in this world, and my talent, so far I have studied about my talent is to teach people, students, to impart education and to join, to remain in touch with you, to have a good and a very spiritual, religious, and a friendly relation with a person like you. This is my talent, that and my destiny also.
Okay, so I can take it as Rama feels that teaching is her God-given talent.
Yes.
Right? Okay,
Yes.
we will leave it at that. Chandra, could you think a bit on that? What could be the one talent which God has given you?
See, my talent is I'm enjoying the profession with passion and doing my job with a joyful manner. I think that is my talent, sir.
Okay, fine. We will keep that in mind when our discussion is going on. Ajit,
Okay.
Ajit.
My talent, I believe, it's compassion for fellow human beings. You know, I always feel like I've always wanted to do something for my fellow human beings.
Okay, wonderful. So we will go with the whatever we have shared with each other. Have you heard the name called boutique? Boutique.
Yes.
What does boutique means?
Where
Boutique, huh?
Yeah, boutique.
It's a small shop, no?
Yeah, what is the specialization of the shop?
clothes, specialization in clothes or different designing of the clothes.
Okay, so the meaning of boutique is no design will be repeated. So if you go there, you will get only one shirt in that one particular design. Boutique is another name for being unique.
Unique.
Yeah, something unique. Boutique means only one design. You go to the west side. West side cannot be said a boutique shop. West side have the same dress available in the hundreds of numbers. When you go to the boutique, you can order what you want, and whatever you pick, the design will not be repeated. That is the actual meaning of boutique. Okay, now there is a great creator who also runs a boutique. Chandra, take it from me, scientifically, there is no human being which was ever created, which is being created, and which will ever be created again, who will look, think, and work exactly the way you do. It means you are unique. You have come from the boutique of the God. God does not believe in repeating things. God has made you unique, and we must appreciate and understand the uniqueness. Unless we understand our uniqueness, we won't feel a sense of pride within us that I'm unique. You are the masterpiece of the Creator. Imagine somebody gives you the most precious gift to you, and you don't even unwrap it. What does it mean? Now, God has given you unique you. And when God created you, it seems God broke that mold. That mold was broken once you were created. So even if they're twins, they're still different. We must let it go inside us that I am a unique creation of my God. Now, how will you feel when you really feel and understand that you're unique? There's no match for you in this world. You are extraordinary. You are absolutely a gem created by a Creator. And when I and you were created, God buried one talent in your heart. Now it is important for us to really understand what that one talent is. Have you seen people going to their work how do they go to their work? Chandra, I can understand when you get up, you are waiting when you will go to your sites and you will sit on the table, when you will do your work, you're waiting for that moment because you love it. But invariably, most of the world may not be enjoying what they're doing. For them, work is just another nuisance they have to live by, because they have to earn the money to take care of themselves and to take care of their families. If my memory is not wrong, I think Swami Chinmayananda gave us two options. Swami Chinmayananda said, option one is, you must do what you love the most. You must do what you love the most. You love gardening, but then you don't have the guts to make gardening your profession. So you compromise. Your parents make you engineer or somebody. You get a degree, you get a job. You like it or don't like it, because you have no option, you go there. You struggle to do your work because you really don't have the passion for it. And you're waiting when you will go back home and start doing a little gardening because you love it. Your eyes get tears when you see a flower blooming. You love the kitchen garden. Heart to heart, your love is for gardening. But in this smart world of ours, we have compromised. We compromise. Yeah, hobby is okay. You must understand, my gardening is my hobby. I believe your hobby must become your profession. Because hobby is something which you love doing. And profession is something which you must do. You're a fabulous dancer. You dance so well. But then parents say, nothing doing, don't waste your time. Go and do your studies. So dancing became your hobby. But when you dance, you forget the whole world. When you dance, it is a dance, dancing, and the dancer. The world does not exist. You are totally into dance. You are in total ecstasy. You are absolutely like Shiva dancing. But then your growing up has been such that dancing remained your hobby. It never became your profession. So you must understand, your talent is hidden in your hobby. Hey, you love making pastries. Oh my God. But you don't have a guts to start a boutique of best pastries. Hey, today the times have changed. Today, online pastries you can make at home and sell them. It is not the olden days where your profession was limited, engineering, medicine, law, this and all that. Today, profession is what you actually love doing. Your hobby must become your profession. I remember one of my friend, his wife loves making pastries. So he told me that my wife wants to start a boutique, a nice, beautiful, special pastries shop. Yeah, why not? No, he is another builder. His wife may be going to office for some simple reason, or they keep in little accounts and administration on. But then I don't think that is her cup of tea. That is not what she loves doing. Actually, finally, is lucky that husband is supporting her. She loves doing pastries, and then they're in the process of setting a pastry shop. Yes, so the unique talent is kept inside your heart, and that is a one particular activity. When you do, you forget the world. You don't remember the world. It's like a play for you. It's like a game. You absolutely enjoy it and you don't get tired. You're in ecstasy when you're doing it. You're in absolutely joy. You forget the whole world. When you are in touch with that talent, it's you and your talent alone. Your heart and soul is poured into it. That is your work. Imagine if what else Sachin could have been. What else Sachin could have been? Sachin would have never become a Sachin if he didn't play cricket. Because he was born to play that game. His heart and soul was into it. Even when he was a world player, he got up in the morning, went for his practice because that is something he loved doing. Similarly, we must have to ask ourselves, what is that one thing when I do, I forget everything, I enjoy it thoroughly, I'm intimately in love with that activity. I strongly believe that most of the children were born creative. Most of the children were born creative and they were all born artists. I haven't come across a child who did not scribble on the floor or on the walls. But then lucky few became the artists because parents did not ask them to stop writing and scribbling on the walls. I remember my elder daughter, Purnima. Actually, I used to work from home. And when I used to work from home, I had a huge drawing pads and my brushes and the colors were always there. So Purnima was 364 days. We were getting ready to celebrate her first birthday. Her name is Purnima, so I made a beautiful artwork and I made a spherical blue color cake for her to represent moon. And evening I came back and found that she has taken my sketch pad on the floor. She has taken brushes and she has taken the paints and she has scribbled left and right on the full sheet of paper. I could feel that this child has an inborn talent of an artist, because the strokes which she was throwing on those paper was not easily possible for a small child who's just not even 1 year old. The hold on the brush and the strokes which she was throwing was so beautiful. So I recognized that she's a born artist. And she was always encouraged to move into that direction. And today what she's doing is something very close to her hobby, art. She's a landscape designer and she loves scribbling. So as a parent, it is our responsibility to recognize the talent in children. Now, it is still not late to recognize the talent within us. Discover the talent, unwrap it, nurture it, work on it, and then you see how your life gets transformed. And somebody said, work we must, but make your work your play. Whatever work you do, it should be a play for you. It should not be a stress and a tension and drudgery. Oh, what the nonsense, where I'm stuck. So we started with your talent is God's gift to you. How you use it is your gift to God. So Rama, I'm happy that you recognize that your talent is to teach. And to me, that is the most divine act. A teacher can build the people. Teacher can start a new thought structure. Teacher can change and improvise and improve the way people think. Okay, so you have chosen or you have picked up the God-given talent, stick to it. Make a difference to as many children as possible. 2 days back, there was people sitting from a college discussing it's so difficult to motivate the teachers. I said, unfortunately, in a country of mine, teaching was never given a very high status.
Still not, it is not given.
Yes. If anybody could not become anybody, okay, doesn't matter, you're going to become a teacher. No, that is a kind of a thought structure, it is so pathetic. To me, teacher is equivalent to God. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat, Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guru Namaha. So, if you have picked up a profession of a teaching, you are no different from God. So you have to imbibe that beauty, the quality of the goodness inside you, a godhood inside you, and then show people the right path. And Chandra, I'm very sure, because I know you so well, you love whatever you're doing. You are so passionate about your work, and you stick to that. You are honest, you are sincere, and you love what you're doing. I know you are one of the very rare professional builders who think that way.
Thank you.
For you, profit comes a little later. For you, the joy and happiness, because I've seen the finishes of the building, you go into such a small intricacies, small details of your work. Okay, so good that you have found your talent and stick to that. But remember, when you are working with your talent, you shouldn't carry tension and worries with you. Because if honestly it is your talent, you're doing God's work.
Thank you, sir.
Ajit, you're talking about compassion. Oh, it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Compassion. Without compassion, life doesn't make any sense. So see to it that compassion is part and parcel of your every thought structure. Your speech must be filled with compassion, and your actions must be filled with compassion. Yes, touch as many lives as possible, but then still, I want you to go deeper and find it out. See, you have went to the compassion, which is a value system. I want you to find out an activity, one work, which you are meant to do. Now, when you do that work, you are untouchable. Nobody can touch you in that area of activity. Rama, when you become the teacher, there should not be a teacher which can beat you. You should be the teacher par excellence. Nobody has to tell you, you will know yourself. So we must, and we call it also, another word is called inner calling. Inner calling. Every human being has an inner calling. We were meant to do one particular activity. Yeah, Rama, you are an English teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
When I was small, there was a class where we were given a test, fill in the blanks. Remember?
Yeah.
Fill in the blanks. Chandra? Fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when the blank was not filled, that sentence didn't make any sense.
Sense. Exactly.
It's only when the blank was filled, the sentence made the sense. Let me tell you, my friends, you are here to fill one blank. God has created this world, and there is a place for you to fill that blank. And that filling the blank comes with your inner calling and with your God-given talent. And it only when you fill that blank, the world looks beautiful and complete. I don't know whether it makes any sense or not. This world shall ask, what is that one thing which you once give to world becomes more beautiful and more complete. Without you, the world is incomplete. We shouldn't think, it's okay, I'm an ordinary person, it's okay, so what, so many born, so many died, doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter because you are unique. Once you understand you are unique, you are special, you are given a special talent, what is needed is to recognize your inner call. Yes, I was meant for this work. I was here to do this work. And when you do that work, the work makes the world beautiful. Your work makes world more sensible. Your work makes world more complete. Do you understand your importance in this world?
Yes, sir.
How do you feel about you being so important in the world? How do you feel?
Proudly feel.
Yeah, there is a great sense of responsibility. The great sense of responsibility. Hey, I'm not here to fool around. I'm here to make this world a better place to live in. My master gave a beautiful caption. You know, we can make that our mission statement. Let this world be a better place to live in because I have come. Is it clear? So we must make this thought structure very clear to us that we are unique. We have been given a God's talent. We have an inner calling. We must find that. We must nurture it. We must work over it. We must enjoy our work. Whatever I do, I must give heart and soul to it. I'm here to make this world a beautiful place to live in. Now we move on to our next topic, which we have been talking for many weeks, Signs of God. Last, Rama, you were not there. Last satsang, we spoke about the right interpretation of religion.
I heard
Right.
that. I listened to that.
Yeah, we spoke about right interpretation of our religion. We said our religion is like our scriptures are like our manuals for us to work on this a beautiful gift of God, body, mind, and intellect to make this life make a meaning and a sense. We must understand our scriptures very well because they are the manuals. And then we said most of the religions talk about the same truth. Most of the religions, all the religions actually talk about the same truth. We gave some examples. Today we will continue further. But then problem happened, the so-called religious heads, they added a sense of conceit inside our mind, saying that my religion is right, yours is wrong. I need not go so much in detail because it is already in the recording. And we said if all the religions lead us towards the same truth, we must understand in a truthful manner. We must respect whatever the religion you are following. We must respect whatever religion somebody else is following. Without any conceit, learn from it and start using to live your life in a truthful manner. Today, we are going to move further to try to understand one of the essence of that unknown. We were trying to move towards the unknown through the known. Okay? So to move towards the unknown, let's try to understand what could be the qualities of that unknown. You see, in a city like Bombay or a city like New York, there's a tremendous amount of traffic, lot of traffic. You know, to manage the traffic, you know, how much resources go into the picture? There's so many CC cameras, so many control systems, so much of intelligence goes into the traffic management of the cities. And once the Bombay city, the traffic was becoming very difficult to manage, so the mayor and the Bombay people found out that there's one city in the world where the traffic is the maximum and very difficult to handle, and we must send our people to that particular city to learn about art of handling and managing the traffic systems. So they made a team of the 5 people and sent them to Manhattan, New York. Manhattan, New York, traffic seems to be different scale altogether. So these people went there, learned the art and craft and the skill of managing the traffic system. And they came back and they started implementing it in a place called Mumbai, and things became better. Okay, now I want you to shift your memory or shift your attention to another traffic system. We are speaking about one traffic system in Mumbai and Manhattan. I want you to take your attention from this traffic system to intergalactical traffic system. Traffic system in the cosmos. Let's take our attention to the traffic system in the cosmos. So many planets, so many stars, so many things moving around. There's another traffic system. Are you understanding? We are going to compare about these 2 traffic systems. One traffic system in Mumbai and Manhattan. Now, most of these cities have the cars or the vehicles. They all have numbers. Okay, so is it possible to know how many vehicles are running in a one particular city at any particular time or any particular day? Is possible?
Yeah, possible.
It's possible. See, when the vehicles have the numbers, it means they have the numbers and numbers can be counted. Okay. So vehicles in Mumbai and vehicles in Manhattan can be counted. So anything which is counted, Rama, we can say they are finite. Right? Yes. Okay. Now, what is the size of these vehicles? Can you guess in Mumbai and Manhattan?
Yeah, we can guess, no?
No, what could be the biggest size?
Bigger size, maybe lorry.
Yeah, in Mumbai, the longest lorries are 40 feet and 40 feet.
Mm.
Trucks.
Mm.
Ajit, are you with me? Yes. Okay. Mumbai and Manhattan, the number of vehicles can be counted. The size of the vehicle could be 40 to 50 feet. And what could be the speed?
Speed also we can calculate.
Maybe around 150 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour maximum,
That's all.
or very rarely 250 kilometers per hour on the highways.
Yes.
Okay, in Mumbai and Manhattan, a number of vehicles are finite, can be counted.
Counted.
The speed is maximum 250 kilometers per hour.
Yes, sir.
Vehicle size could be 40 kilometers. Sorry, 40
40
meters.
feet.
Now let's take our attention to the cosmos. What is the number of vehicles?
No vehicles.
Rama, what is the number of vehicles? You are muted.
We cannot
what-
count. We
Huh?
can count infinite.
Infinite. Intergalactical traffic system. There's not a traffic system, no.
Yeah.
There's so much of movement.
Mm.
The vehicles cannot be counted. What is the size?
Size also cannot be measured.
Huge.
Some of the sizes are million times the size of the earth.
Yeah.
And what is the speed? Minimum
Thousands.
speed is the speed of the sound.
So,
Most of this running at a speed of a light. Minimum speed is the speed of the sound. Okay, we again bring the attention to Mumbai and Manhattan. How many accidents happening every day in Mumbai and Manhattan in spite of all the intelligence?
Endless. Endless.
No, in Mumbai and Manhattan, what could be the number of accidents?
Maybe 100,
maybe in
100 a day or
There are maybe more than that.
more than that.
But tell me how many accidents happen in the space?
Endless.
no,
Huh?
Endless accident.
Huh?
no
Endless.
accidents.
No accident.
No accidents.
No accident.
Why?
No, you see, we are with our limited intelligence, to run the traffic of a Mumbai and a Manhattan, we need a very huge amount of intelligence. Now tell me, who is running that traffic system? There's somebody in the management. There is somebody is controlling the traffic system. Okay. Now, can we say super problem needs a super intelligence? Now, to run that intergalactical traffic system, to manage it so perfectly, can we say it can be done only by somebody who is supremely intelligent, who's super intelligent? No, don't nod your head
Yes.
unless you believe it. Is it possible that Mumbai and a Manhattan traffic inspectors are managing their system?
No.
But
No,
there is
no.
some inspector which is managing that system. We don't know who the inspector is. We don't know who the mayor is. But there is certain intelligence which is managing that intergalactical traffic system. Is it right?
Right, sir.
We call it zero defect manager. What is that?
Zero defect.
Zero defect.
Zero defect manager. The manager runs everything with zero defect. Everything is running so perfectly and beautifully. No, all this, see, so many 9 stars which we are worshipping. For how many billions of years they're roaming around? But we haven't heard about the accidents. Maybe one star gets deteriorated and then it gets pulverized and rocks fly here and there. Different story, it's dead. But then the live moving objects in the cosmic space don't meet with an accident. It means there is certainly there is a supreme intelligence. What you call that supreme intelligence has nothing to do with what supreme intelligence is. Rama can call it Sai Ram. I can call it Krishna. Somebody calls Allah. Somebody calls Yesu. Somebody calls Vaheguru. Somebody calls Buddha. Somebody calls different names. But then it does not matter to that supreme intelligence by what name you call it. Supreme intelligence is supreme intelligence, irrespective of what name you give it to it. Because actually, the name limits it. Name puts a limitation to that thing which we call that. Moment you give a name of Allah to supreme intelligence, you have restricted. Okay, so it's better not to give it a name. Rama,
Yes, dear.
what did you call your mother?
Mama.
Huh?
Mama.
Mama. Chandra, what do you call your mother?
Amma.
Amma. Ajit, what do you call your mother?
Amma.
Amma. Okay. In Jammu, we call Chai, Bebe, Mummy,
Bebo. Bobo.
Bebo,
Bobo.
Bobo, Ma,
Ma.
Mother. In French, we say la mère. In Italian, we say maître. So, what does it mean?
All only one mummy.
All are
Amma.
pointing towards one. Why don't we understand this? No, I can't go on saying everybody should call mother mummy. Yeah, the big fool. Why do we fight for these useless things? So I'm slowly start discussing these things to relate everything to that. So we must appreciate that naming it is limiting that. We in Sanskrit call it Nirakar, something which doesn't have any shape, which doesn't have any name. We'll come to this subject few Sundays later in a much more forceful manner, but right now we'll leave it at that. You call your mother by whatever name you want, the essence of mother will always remain there. Okay, so similarly, you can call your God by any name. You call it because you relate with that feeling and name, that's all. But you can't say, my name is right, your name is not right. Let's not have that sense of a conceit. Mummy nalla illa. Mummy is a foreign. It need not be like that. Okay, so you can call your so-called supreme intelligence. Now, today we touched on a subject called supreme intelligence. So whatever we are talking about, we are not giving any name, because whether you name it or not, it does not matter to it. I gave a very small, beautiful example of Neptune. The Neptune planet, around 5-6 years back, scientists said Neptune is a dwarf planet. So they say it's not a planet. Okay, for so many millions of, so many thousands of years, the people said Neptune is a planet, and now the scientists say Neptune is not a planet. Now, tell me, when the whole world was telling Neptune is not a planet, did Neptune get upset?
No.
When the science after 3 years back, after 3 years, they again said, oh, no, we did a mistake, Neptune is a planet. Do you think Neptune felt happy about it? So
No.
Neptune is Neptune. It does not matter whether you appreciate it, whether you don't appreciate it, because these are pure energies. So similarly, this infinite energy is a pure energy, pure intelligence, which is managing everything so perfectly, including me and you. It doesn't need a name. But problem is, we still need a name. I will tell you a bit later. Okay. So now we belong to a region of India, Bharat, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Burma, Ceylon, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore. At one time, this whole place, the whole place followed one book. The book was called Veda. Veda actually simply means knowledge. Okay? Now, they were all written in different hymns, different shlokas. All around, these Vedas was approximately 20,000 plus hymns. But these hymns was not very easy to understand and grasp. So this Veda became 4 Vedas. No, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, Atharva Veda. So these 4 Vedas, why Veda became 4 Vedas, and Veda are approximately 20,000 plus shlokas. Okay, and last time I showed you one little book. That book has only 1,000 shlokas.
1,000?
So, only 1,000. So they're screened. From 22,000, he has picked up just 1,000, just to help you start with. Okay, but these shlokas, if you read, they are okay if you are a little more deeply understanding person or read person, but for a common person, it was not very easy to understand them. They were penned down, they were put down in the thought structure by the saints in a different state of meditation. So they spoke from a different plane. For a common man to understand that plane, either the common man has to move to that plane. It was not very easy for many of them. So whatever ancestors thought very intelligently, they started telling you stories. Rama, I remember your granny must have told you some stories when you were a small girl.
Yeah.
Huh?
many stories.
Oh yeah, you still remember those stories?
Yeah.
Oh yes. See, our ancestors knew if message has to be conveyed, it must be conveyed only through a story.
Stories.
So whatever you read in Ramayana and Mahabharata, Upanishads and everything, they're all from Vedas. So Vedas could not be understood that easily. To make you understand, Vedas were put into the form of Puranas, stories. Okay, so that when you read that story, you understand the message of the story. But sometime, unfortunately, we got stuck with the story and we might not have taken the message. So we became fond of the story. We love the story. It is like you loved the book, but you didn't take the message of the book. Now, sometimes this book becomes so very powerful for you, and it can make you fanatic. If it makes you fanatic, it means I have not taken the message in a truthful manner. The book was supposed to make me more humane. Book was to make me a true, honest human being. Book was here to learn from it how I can live a life which is truthfully a true human being's life. All the value systems were given there in the form of a story, so that the king who's in the story became more important for me than the message in the story. In Sanskrit, there's a word called akrishtata. What is the word?
Akrishtata.
Akrishtata. Can you guess whose name came from this name called Akrishtata? Krishna.
Krishna.
Krishna's name comes from a Sanskrit word called Akrishtata. Akrishtata in Sanskrit means which attracts all. The name of Krishna means one which attracts everyone. There is another name in Sanskrit called Ramaniya. Ramaniya. Can anybody guess? People in South will be able to guess the meaning of the name. Ramaniya. Ramaniyam. Ramaniya. Ajit?
Sorry, I don't have an idea.
Yeah, the root meaning of Ramaniya is something which is beautiful.
Ramaniya.
Something which is beautiful.
Attractive.
Ram came from Ramaniya. Okay? From a Sanskrit root, Akrishtata came Krishna, Rama came from Ramaniya. In Latin, there is one beautiful word called Christos. Christos. No, Christos means again, which attracts all. From Christos came Christ. And then in Islam, the famous 99 names for Allah. There is a chapter called 99 Names for Allah. I'm going to read few names of Allah and we will see what is the meaning of those. Because then I'm just going to read them. I don't want to say anything which is not right. 99 names of Allah. Ar-Rahman. One name is Ar-Rahman. Means all merciful. All merciful. Ar-Rahim. All beneficial. Al-Muzawir. The shaper of beauty. Okay, now What does it mean? It means the root of Krishna, root of Rama, the root of Christ, the root of Allah, they're all pointing towards one thing. They all mean same. They all literally mean same. But then we have been unnecessarily talking about fight and differences because we have been misled by the business owners of these religions. The most beautiful thing called religion, which I told you last satsang, which was religere, which was here to make me unite with my source. Actually, the meaning, if we read our religions and scriptures ourselves honestly and sincerely, we will appreciate the beauty of them. We don't need a broker in between me and my Krishna. I strongly believe I don't need a broker between me and my Krishna. Yes, gurus are different. Guru will not say, yes, without me you can't reach your Krishna. No, he's not a guru. He's a businessman. Same as your Pandit or same as your Maulvi or a priest in the church cannot say, you can't go there without me. Rest assured, he's doing his business. He is only interested in his money, that's all. He's not interested in you experiencing that oneness. He's not interested in you experiencing a first-hand experience. I jokingly say, I get married. For me to have honeymoon, I don't need an intermediary. When I take my spouse for a honeymoon, do I need assistant? No. Being with your God is an absolute sense, absolute deep sense of ecstasy. It's such an intimate relationship. For such an intimate relationship, I need nothing. I need no one. I just need to understand the very purpose of my existence. As I told you last satsang, the purpose is that part want to become a part of the whole. River wants to rush to the ocean. Small baby rushes to the lap of the mother. Similarly, me as a human being, I must have a sense of rush, sense of intimacy, sense of deep relation with my God. You can call it by any name. It does not matter. So we say, God is all beautiful, God is all beneficial, God is all attractive, God is all loving, God is one. You call it by any name, it does not matter to God at all. We saw intergalactical traffic. Okay, let's bring our attention to this earth. Let's bring our attention to this earth. We call it nature, right? Now, many people who don't believe in God, we don't believe in supreme intelligence, who don't believe in many things, they will always say, no, it's all nature, man. It's all nature. Look into the nature. It's all nature. Yes, no doubt, before the religion started, man was deeply in love with nature. Because man came from the nature. Man has not fallen from the sky. Till now, I have not read any book where with a total proof it is said that man is an alien. The books still believe, the science still believes that man is a natural evolution of the nature. Man has come out of the nature, so man will always have an affinity towards the nature. So our affinity towards nature is very natural. That's why you go out in the nature, you feel good because you are part of it. So many people will say, hey man, it's all nature, it's all into the nature. But look at this nature also. Look at this nature. That there is a law which governs the whole nature. We call it the constitution of the nature. There is one law in the nature which cannot be broken. Can anybody say what the law is? Rama? In nature, there is one law which cannot be changed, which cannot be destroyed. What is that law? It's called law of nature. You're mute.
We cannot play with the nature. We cannot misuse.
No, but there is a law of the nature. Ajit, any idea?
All law of a nature is all are one.
Yeah, Ravisha?
Law of attraction.
Hmm?
Attraction.
Okay. Isha? She's on mute. Okay. The law of nature is very simple. Okay. Now, this law of nature is also made by a creator who created this nature. Okay. The law of the nature is not created by the earth. It is created by the nature, which we call Prakriti. Now, this whole creation, the nature is part of the whole creation. The whole creator created this nature with a simple law. It says, as you sow, so you reap. The law of the nature is, as you sow, so you reap. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Now it means the creator made this law. As you sow, so you reap. An example is given in the nature. You take a mango seed and you put the mango seed into the Mother Earth, what will you get?
A plant.
Mango.
Mango.
You
Plant.
won't get banana, no? This is the law of the nature. If you grow the thorns, what will you get? Flowers.
Thorn.
Huh?
Thorn.
Why not flower?
Because we already bought.
Yes.
The seed is
So this is the very simple law of nature. First, we spoke about the supreme intelligence. Then somebody says, no, all that is different. I can't see it, but I can see the nature. So I believe God is the nature. Fine, okay, God is the nature. Okay, let's respect somebody else who says God is the nature. Nature is all in the God. God is in nature. Fine, you look deeper into the nature, you come to understand this nature runs by the law of its constitution, which says, as you sow, so you reap. It means Creator also made this law for me and for you because we came from the Mother Earth. As we told you, the four worlds, we are the fourth world, which is the human world. But this human world also comes from the Mother Earth. If there is a law for the nature, the same law must apply on me also. Prava?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
If the same law applies in the nature, the same law must apply on me also. Right?
Yes.
It means I must also remember that I also have to follow the constitution and the law of the nature, which says, as you sow, so you reap. And then problem here is, God made this law. Sorry, we will not use the word God. Somebody who is supreme intelligent, somebody who has created this nature, somebody who is running this nature effortlessly, smoothly, efficiently, perfectly, with a simple law of nature, as you sow, so you reap. It's followed by the nature and it has to be followed by me too. But problem with this supreme intelligent and the one who wrote this law, after writing that law, his hands are tied. After this law was written, the Creator's hands are tied. No, what do you mean by this? The Creator's hands are tied?
He cannot make any changes to the law.
Who cannot make the changes?
The Creator.
Even Creator cannot make the changes. This is very important for us to understand. Means Creator once has created the law because it is coming from a perfect thing. It is not, this law is not made by a man. This is not like a constitution of India, a constitution of America, which needs the changes every now and then, because they're not perfect. But this constitution is perfect constitution. As you sow, so you reap. Full stop. It means I must be very careful about what do I sow. In my life, what seeds I'm sowing. Because every seed I sow will bring out only that result. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, it means you have a free will and freedom to use this law in your favor or against your favor. You cannot sow the wrong seeds and wait for the positive results. And then after sowing the wrong seeds, you can't go to the temple and do something over there to write off the law. It can never be done that way. Last time also I spoke on the same thing. You can't do the wrong and expect God to clean your laundry. So we must understand this. I know it is not very comfortable. We have been made very comfortable. It's okay, you can do some mistakes. It's okay, human beings can do some mistakes, and then you can go and get it washed. And we believed it. We believed it, absolutely believed it. That's why the confession boxes are so important in churches. Why this confession box? And you can go and confess. Yeah, you believe, yeah, you can confess and it's all clean. No. We are being fooled. We are being fooled because every time you go for confession, I pay some money also. It's somebody is selling his ticket and we are being fooled. Let's not be such a fool. I don't go and try to wash my linen. No, if I've dirtied my linen, I better wash myself. Okay, so we are going to come to the end of the today's satsang. We started with the talent. We spoke about work. We spoke about what you love doing. And then to end with that, I will say, I said, you must do what you love doing. You must do what you love doing. But till you get the guts, until you get that inner calling, you have only one option. That is, you love whatever you're doing. Okay? Till you get the guts to do what you love doing. Till then, for God's sake, please love whatever you're doing. There is no fun cribbing, crying, and doing your work. It's not going to make any sense to us. Okay? So today we spoke about, we started from the manuals, understanding of a complete manual, and then so that we can live a life which is a good human, a true human being's life. Then we also spoke about supreme intelligence, handling the intergalactical traffic system. That person, that one must be infinite intelligence. Okay, and then we also said, we spoke about the book of knowledge. We remember we started the journey from ignorance to knowledge. Okay, there is nothing called ignorance, there is nothing called knowledge. It's absence of both. It's absence of one is another one. Absence of ignorance is knowledge. Absence of knowledge is ignorance. It's a goes in a degree. Okay, so then we spoke about the huge Bharat which we're talking about, where we had one book called Veda. Veda was 22 plus verses, which was not very easy for a common man to grasp and understand. Our ancestors felt that the right way of passing on this beautiful message of the Vedas is through the stories, through the different stories. The way the Rama's Nani told her stories, Nani is not there, Nani is somewhere else, but her story is still with Rama. She left her message with Rama through a story. Okay, the message is important. Story is a way to remember it. So we were given different stories. We were given different stories for us to understand, but then sometimes we became fanatic about the story. We started talking about, we started fighting about on the story. That my story is right, your story is wrong. The idea was a story was written to convey a certain message. We must take the message. Story is a conveyor belt. Okay, imagine a gift is kept on a conveyor belt, and you are on the other end of the conveyor belt. The gift is coming towards you. Once the gift has come towards you, take it. We must receive the gift. Okay, you don't have to carry the conveyor belt on your head. Understand? No, these stories are also like a boat. These stories act as a boat for you to cross over the river of life. No, it is left to you. You don't want to cross over the river. You love the boat. Fine, okay, you love the boat. Be roaming around in the water. It's okay. Experience the ups and downs of the life. And be happy in the boat. Yes, the actual purpose of the stories, which are the part of every religion, are exactly like a boat. They were meant for you to cross over. Boat crosses over the river. In this case, your religion, your ritual, your story was here to help you cross over the river of your life. And once you've crossed over, do you carry the boat on your head? When you cross over the river, do you carry the boat on your head?
No.
You don't, unless you don't want to go back. Unless you go back to the old world of yours, then you need the boat. Otherwise, you don't need the boat. Okay, so this is where it is. We stop here. Next satsang, we will move forward from the supreme intelligence we have understood. We have understood another law of nature: as you sow, so you reap. Okay, with these thoughts, next satsang, we will move forward. Okay, if you have any clarifications, any doubts, you can raise them. We have some time, we can we can do some clarification on that. Anything you wish to clarify, anything you wish to say from your side, anything you wish to add on?
No, today's topic was very deep, and before asking anything, I have to go through this video again and understand what actually we are doing.
Okay, that's fine. But I think what can be done is, as I'm speaking, in case there is any doubt raises, you can put a point. So, we can clarify in the last, because The communication should be clear and effective, so that it makes a good sense to whatever we are talking and discussing.
As you said that we are the special people, or we should treat ourselves as very important people, and we are here to prove our talents. So what about those people who they have some sort of talents in them, but actually they are very different? Nature, आपने बात की, nature. So how can we differentiate between the nature of one person and the nature of another person?
No, Rama, I always feel this world doesn't need to change.
We need to change.
Not even we. For me, it's I.
No, but that's okay. You are saying I need to change.
Yeah, it's only I.
But my perspective of seeing other people may
No.
not be able to one.
Rama, can you tell me what is the shape of this?
Rectangular?
I'm saying it's a straight line.
Yeah.
Who's right?
Maybe you.
No, both are right. Okay, so we always say never tell a person he's wrong.
That's why I'm asking you.
Yes, we never tell a person he's wrong, because if it was wrong, if the person knew that he's wrong, he won't do it. So whatever understanding that person has, let that person live with that knowledge or ignorance. Okay, this waking up has to happen on its own. Unless that person, the only way I can be of any help and use to somebody is by being a role model. I need say nothing. I need say nothing. My whole character, the way I move, the way I walk, the way I talk, the way I relate with people, itself should be my whatever I want to communicate. The best way to motivate and lead people is through being a role model. Imagine a father is giving a lecture. That's why I don't want to make this activity as a lecture. No, it won't make any sense. One thing I rest you assured that whatever I'm trying to say, whatever I say, I live by it. I move that way. If I say sit and meditate, rest assured I sit and meditate. If I say love is the only way of life, I mean it. Okay, the only way is to be a role model. Okay, no, that's why kids sometimes find so difficult to understand the parents, because parents are all the time, most of the time, only giving instructions. Imagine a father is telling the son, you must know that telling lies is very bad. Telling lies is not good. Telling lies will go to hell. Telling lies is not right. Growing up children, you must never tell a lie. And then a phone call comes, and father says to the son, hey, my son, look that if the phone is coming from Mr. Sharma, tell him I'm not at home. Now, what did father try to teach the child? Do you think son is going to understand what father is saying? Son will do what father did.
Yes.
So son will forget that father said, don't tell a lie. Son will behave the same way what the father did. Okay, he will tell his son, Prakash, when somebody gives a call, tell him, I'm not at home. So you be a role model. You must always be a role model. In my growing up times with my children, the one beautiful compliment which I get from my wife, One beautiful compliment which I get from my wife, and she still doesn't understand how I did it. She says he has never raised his voice and hand over his daughters. Because every parent felt that children cannot be brought up without hitting and without shouting at them. Okay, so what I feel, Rama, let's not worry about anybody else. Let's not worry about what somebody is doing, how he is doing it. Yeah, if somebody is within a very close proximity of your relationships, depending upon your relationship with this person, you can just have a small dialogue. Okay, I always believed never look at who is wrong. Always look at what is wrong. Even when you're going for a discussion, what is important is not who is wrong and who is right, but what is wrong and what should be right. When you go with that kind of an open heart and open mind, your whole approach towards the relationship and discussion changes. So let's look at ourselves. What are the areas I need to do some fine tuning? So that will make much better sense. Is it clear, Rama?
It's clear.
Yeah. Ajit?
Yes, sir. It's clear for me, sir.
Okay, wonderful. Then let's close. Let's close for the day.
Sure.
I wish you a wonderful life. I wish you wonderful experiences. Live your life. We always say live your life to the hilt. Celebrate life. Always welcome life. Okay, and be the perfect. What do you call that? The surfer. The surfer who does surfing in the sea. No, he can't say this is how the sea must behave. Then he's not a surfer. Okay, this whole life is like a huge ocean. Now you be the master surfer. Surf the way it goes. You must enjoy the beautiful life. This life is to celebrate, this life is to enjoy, life is to make as much difference to people who come across us. People must love to have a relationship with you. Whether you give them a flower or not shouldn't matter. Whether you give them a gold ring or not does not matter to them. What matters is the kind of energy which you bring when you meet them. What matters to this world is what kind of a compassion which Ajit was talking about. What matters is I am full of compassion, I am full of love, I am full of celebration, I'm full of peace. And with that peace, I go to somebody and meet and hug somebody. That experience the person must feel. For that, we must continue living a life of truthfulness, honesty, sincerity, prayer, meditation, and most important, the peace within. Okay, so thank you very much. Have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week. And hopefully we shall be meeting you again on next Sunday. Till then, God bless you and I love you all.
Thank you.